Oh, it's already going. All right, so we're going to read a book today as a class on ethics. Okay, now you'll see this homepage, and I'll help you guys log in a little bit later. Okay, our class code is over here on this left side underneath our apple. Okay, Miss Rose's class. Okay, you'll normally go up here to your heart. You see this heart up here? Okay, that says your library. All right, the books that we like. Sometimes it'll also already have a book assigned to you. Make sure you're sitting up, please. All right, thank you. Good listeners. They're sitting up nice and straight. They've got their eyes on and their ears open, right? All right, so we're going to read a story called
Watch an Apple Grow.
Watch an Apple Grow. I thought it was going to take me to my first page. All right. It's 50 pages. Let me make it big. All right, we're going to leave the light on just so we can make sure where we can record the book. All right, so in the very beginning of our book, it has a table of contents. So on each page that's listed, that's what we're going to learn about. Okay, so our first chapter says fruit trees, okay, on page 4. Then we're going to learn about the life cycle of an apple on page 22. And then we're going to see a picture glossary on page 23. All right, so the table of contents gives us information about what's inside our book. And let's see. I don't think it's not going to let me click. All right, so we're going to begin reading.
Whoa. Oh my.
All right, it says fruit trees. An apple is a tasty snack. Yum! Put it on your name tag and don't touch it. You're going to drop it. Thank you. All right. Where do apples come from?
Trees. A seed.
All right. Trees. How do we know that? Maybe we've seen apples growing on trees before. We drew a picture this morning, right? And weren't our apples up in trees? And they were in baskets. All right.
Apple trees.
An apple grows from a seed. So let's look at our picture right here. Okay, we ate apples for breakfast this morning, Jason. Did you get down to the middle, or what we call the core of the apple? And you would see a seed. All right, so our picture right here, this is helping us look at the seed. The seed is small, so it's very small compared to the apple. But that's how the apple started. Okay, it started from that little seed. It's off in class, and then thank you. All right. The seed is planted in the ground. It needs. Let's use our picture clue. What do you think it needs?
Water.
Water. Awesome. So yeah, plants need water to grow. We have another picture right here. Look at our plant. It's inside the ground, like it said. And it has these white things coming out of it. Does anybody know what those are called? Tori, thank you for raising your hand. Kaden, help her out. Thank you. Roots. They're called roots, and that's what digs into the ground so the plant can grow. And then it has this big, long what? Who can raise their hand and tell me, what is that of the plant? Our words right here, it's telling us. Amanti? Do you know what that is? Part of the plant that's long and green? Allison, help him out.
Stem.
A stem. Okay, so we have the roots in the ground, and then out comes the stem. It grows above the dirt, and then it starts sprouting something. What is it sprouting? But here,
Leaf.
a leaf. All right. Do you see an apple yet?
No.
No, because what needs to grow first?
Tree.
A tree. Great job. So let's read. Maybe it'll tell us all that.
Takes a long
It grows roots. What else? We said a stem and leaves. It is an apple tree plant. So it's going to grow up to be an apple tree.
You need apple seeds. Apple tree seeds.
All right. The leaves also need not just water, but
Sunshine.
sunlight. Good. The plant grows bigger. Look how big this is now. And bigger. All right, so this right here, it's not all the way a tree yet. Our picture, our diagram's helping us. It's telling us that this is called a sapling. Okay, a sapling, it's not all the way a tree yet. Okay, it's still small, but it's not a little plant anymore. Okay, so it's in between a little plant and a tree, and we call it a sapling. All right, then the sapling grows into a tree, but it takes years. Okay, so it probably took this little plant 6 years to grow, and that's how old you guys are right now, right? 6 years old. Remember how you guys started out like little babies, and now look how big you are. Just like our apple tree, it started from a little seed, and it grew into a big tree. It took you guys 6 or 7 years to get this tall, right?
That's just not tall.
All right, then in the spring, it says flowers will bloom on the tree. So look at those pretty flowers. What colors could they be?
Pink.
Taylor?
Purple.
Okay, purple. It's kind of hard to see back there. It actually tells us they are pink and white. So pink and white flowers will start to sprout on the tree. What do you think the flowers are going to turn into? Zoe, can you predict what might happen? Apples. Let's see.
Oh, bees.
What comes? Let's see. Bees fly from flower to flower. So they are spreading. Isaiah, do you know what they're spreading? Pollen. Good. So we have our bumblebee right here. It's telling us that it's getting the pollen from the flower, and then it goes and spreads them around. A lot of you probably have seen that bee movie, and it tells us all about that. All right. This makes the fruit grow. So the bees have to come pollinate the flower, and then, Zoe, the fruit is going to grow, just like you said. Right? You said it's going to turn into an apple. So look at those big, round apples. So different trees will grow different apples. Some are red, but like this morning, what color did we eat this morning? Green or yellow. So there's 3 different colors of apples. They'll be red or green, and some are yellow.
Yeah.
So in the fall, which we said we're in the fall, right? September started the fall, and now we're in the month of October. That's still our season, fall. That means they're ready to pick.
Yay.
So right now is a great time to eat apples. Okay, you can pick them by hand. But nowadays they have big machines that go to these apple farms, and they'll get all the apples off real quick. All right, so we got to our page 24 where it said we would learn the life cycle of our apple. Let's look at that. Life cycle of an apple. How does an apple grow? Remember we said first it starts as a little seed. Everybody can say it with me, okay? You don't have to raise your hand. Second, right, that seed turns into a little plant. What did we say that was called?
A sapling.
A sapling. Good. Then the sapling will turn into a apple tree. And then flowers start to bloom on that tree. And then what happens next? Apples begin to grow. All right, awesome. So then we have our picture glossary right here. It gives us those pictures and some words and definitions. Okay, we learned that pollen was that tiny yellow that's inside the flower. And then our roots was part of the plant that grows underground. Okay, it gives us our word and our definition. We said a sapling was a young tree. All right, so we're going to work on making a book today. So let me grab our books out of right here.
Oh.
And you'll get to draw one at home.
Oh.